everyone, Sarah here. I have a project to share with you for Not2Shabby shop on Zibbet. There's the website there. I will put the links down below for you. I made a card and I used the Saturated Canary stamp Casey. It's the foam mounted rubber stamp. Super cute. I also used a couple of my dies, and these are also from Not2Shabby shop. I don't believe, you know what, I'm not sure if they're in stock. I know she has one of these. This is the lattice border, and then this one is the heart banner. And then I also used this CC Designs Great Birthday Greetings. I used the happy birthday to you. And then I also used some of my two-tone peach wild orchid craft roses, which Jamie does have in the shop. Hers are slightly larger. And I used some of these small white roses that Irene sent me. Crafty Irina. Thank you, Irene. I did also use a brand new die that I just bought with my gift card that I won from Cheryl's challenge. Thank you, Cheryl. I picked up this Sizzix Labels Regal. And I used a 40 off coupon at Michael's. Yay! But I thought this would be perfect to make some cards with the biggest one. So I used that. I did use some of my trims from Hobby Lobby. So there's this beautiful lace here. And also this, it's not flat back, but it's a flat pearlescent trim. Okay. So there's my card. I love how it turned out. It is so beautiful. Okay, so I just used some cardstock from my stash and I made an easel card. So I used the largest die and I folded it up and lined it to the bottom here so that it wouldn't cut on this edge. So that's how I made my card base, was just lining it to there, straight across on the fold. And then I cut another one for my card front. I'll show you the inside first. I did cut a couple, well, I cut this inside layer, and then this one I actually traced because these ones are a little bit different, because usually with spellbinders you can just trace the inside of your die and that will give you a slightly smaller border because the nesting dies are like quite a big difference between each other, right? So you get a huge difference. So I usually just trace on the inside. Well, these ones, your cutting line is right on the inside. So basically you're just making the same size die. So I had to actually take the next size in and trace on the outside and then straighten my edges so they weren't all rounded like that. But I do like the way it turned out. It did give a nice border on the inside there. I just realized I forgot to tell you guys which paper I'm using. And I don't see it here on my desk. So I must have put it back already. Sorry. Okay, so there's the happy birthday to you. There's the heart banner die, and this is the inside heart here. I used some of this Recollections glitter paper that's really nice and soft. And there is the lattice border, and I layered the lace, and then I also put the trim on top here. There is the two-tone peach and the little white, and those are both sprayed with Lindy's Stamp Gang Scintillating Silver. I added in some of these rhinestone trims from Hobby Lobby. Love the way that turned out. It's super cute. So then on the front, I just cut the inside here to match. This is the heart banner on the side. And then there's the lattice doily border. Sorry, the lattice border. And then there's the lace and the trim. And I put some more of those rhinestones and some flowers. I did put a little heart down in here. And there's Casey all colored up with Copics. Or Copics, whichever you'd like to say. She is super cute. Now the only thing is I did have to draw her eyes in because for some reason my ink did not work very well with that type of rubber, that gray rubber. So The rest of it was fine. It was just her eyes that didn't really work very well, so I did have to draw them in. But I think it looks great. Alright, and then she just sits slightly there. I should have put this a little bit lower so that you'd see the happy birthday, but wasn't really thinking about that part when I was putting it together. Alright, so there it is. Don't forget Not2Shabby. If you purchase in the US, any orders of $40 or more, there is a free shipping code, FREESHIPUS. Any international orders of $50 or more, you can save $3, and it's INTLOFF3. Alright, I will have all of that down below in the box. Leave a comment, subscribe if you wish, and have a great day. Thanks, bye.